my first pseudo bike review. I've got a 2025 BMW R12 9T. It's a beautiful bike. As you can tell, it is a bigger bike than what I'm used to. Definitely bigger and more powerful than my SR400. It's about 109 horsepower, has a 16-liter tank capacity, about 220 kilograms curb weight. Yeah, it's great. It's air oil cooled 2-cylinder 4-stroke boxer engine, as you can tell. Look at this massive side profile. It's 1170 cc's, so definitely a little bit bigger than the 400 I'm used to. I'll tell you all about it when I'm hitting the road. I'm gonna head over to a BMW Motorrad event. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, here we go. A little different. You gotta power this thing on, then start it. Why? Because it's a modern bike and you don't need to kickstart it like the SR400. So first thing I want to mention is that I want to apologize for the fact that you are seeing a little bit of the mount here. This is the best way I was able to mount this thing, using the MoveMax blade arm. And the reason behind that is because I tried using the suction cup mount onto this thing and it did not work. There was just way too much vibration. This thing's already acting up a bit. Here we go. Yeah, way too much vibration. So yeah, unless you wanted some nauseating footage, this is the best I can do for now. Oh God, it's already lost traffic. All right, we're back in business. Not a great start for the first, my first attempt at doing a motorcycle review, but I'll figure it out, guys. Yeah, so look at us. We are going on the highway. Something definitely new for me in terms of daily riding. The reason behind that is because I did take the SR400 on the highway before and it's not actually quite enjoyable because it is a 70s era bike. It's got old technology, it rattles and vibrates like crazy, and it's not the most comfortable. But look at us, we are on the highway cruising. So smooth, so powerful. Over 1100 cc's on this BMW R12 9T. This thing is buttery smooth. This motor is so powerful. Definitely more than what I'm accustomed to. And it can definitely get you in some trouble, especially if you aren't very conservative with the throttle. Speaking of throttle, there are 3 different modes for riding the BMW R12 9T. Right now I'm on the standard mode, which is called Road. Gives you a nice equal balance of, you know, throttle feel and performance. Then they have Wet mode, which I believe is more conservative with the throttle, just for that wet tarmac and slippery conditions. When I first started riding this bike, I actually started off on wet traction mode, as advised by the dealer, just because it would give me an ability to kind of like gauge how this bike feels. Yeah, it was great. It gave me a good onboarding period before I decided to be brave enough to put it onto road, which I pretty much ride 99% of the time in. There is one more mode that you can ride in. It's called Dynamic. it's for more spirited riding. That's probably the best way I can describe it. And yeah, that mode can definitely get you in quite a bit of trouble if you are not respectful. Yeah, if you're not respectful of that mode. But yeah, the BMW R12 9T. Okay, so let me start. Did I buy this bike? No, I did not. This bike was given to me by BMW Motorrad Canada. I am working with them for the entire summer. It is a collaboration effort for me to create content for BMW Motorrad, which I am 100% grateful for, because I get to ride this bike for free during the best times of the Toronto summer, which is the only time you can really enjoy motorcycle riding, in my opinion. I'm a fair weather rider. I don't really ride in the rain, or prefer not to, and definitely no snow for me. So yeah, BMW contacted me, reached out to me early on in the year, like back in January, and said, hey, we'd like to work with you, and here's a contract. We will give you this bike, and these are the content pieces we would like to contract you for. And yeah, here we are. So I've had this bike since I took delivery of it a little bit after June, as soon as I came back from my Asia trip. And I've had this bike ever since. I've created some pieces of content which you will see on BMW's BMW Motorrad social channels. They've already posted one video, one reel, and I believe they're going to be scheduling a few more in terms of collaboration posts and whatnot on their social channels. So pretty stoked about that. This is my first contract and first like work assignment in terms of my creator job, I guess you could say. That's not sports related, which is kind of refreshing, because if you don't know, before training day I was primarily just shooting as a hobby and just shooting content based upon things that I like, cars and motorcycles, as you can tell if you follow and subscribe to me on this channel. And yeah, if you are here because of training day, as you can tell, I've taken a bit of a break from shooting CrossFit and sports in general. I basically do not shoot events anymore. It's just way too much work. Some clients pay well, some don't, and it's just a lot of work. I would imagine it would be equivalent to something like wedding photography or wedding content creation for several days straight, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work because they do most of the times want the content in real time, so you're just kind of like running back and forth in like less than ideal conditions to like a general access media area to like pump out the content, and then running back out to the field to like shoot the athletes. So after doing several years of that, yeah, I'm kind of burnt out, and to be honest, I'm over it. Been there, done that. It was a great opportunity. I feel like I shot that type of stuff during its prime. Now it's kind of changed. The space has changed. The number of creators has definitely changed, and yeah, I think yeah, it doesn't serve me anymore. But yeah, enough of that. I went a bit of a diatribe there about training day. Back to the BMW here. So I've been focusing more on shooting my personal interests for now, and that includes cars and motorcycles. And yeah, now I am working with BMW Motorrad. Who would have thought? And yeah, I kind of want to give you guys a first-hand account of this motorcycle, this wonderful cafe racer inspired motorcycle from BMW Motorrad. It has been almost like a daily rider for me. although this summer has been pretty crappy because we have been getting a lot of rain, which sucks. But yeah, I've been creating a bunch of content which I'll share with you guys in the description of the video. And it's been fun. It's been fun. I only have this motorcycle until September-ish. They haven't given me a hard date. They've actually been pretty lenient. They said, hey, we just need the bike back, but we don't have to set dates. It's based on whatever your schedule is. Please do not be traffic. So if you live in Toronto and you're trying to head westbound on the QEW, the Queen Elizabeth Way Highway, this is the junction where you basically transfer onto the main freeway. So we just transferred over from the 403. Yeah, but this is a known spot for massive amounts of traffic. I have to say 75 to 80% of the time, but because it is quite early, or early-ish on a Saturday, this might actually go by real quick. Most of these people are trying to head over to Niagara Falls, which is only about an hour and a half away, or Niagara County area. Good thing is we're exiting in, I believe, a couple of exits, because we are heading over to the BMW Motorrad Bikes and Coffee, sorry, not cars, event. I think this is the only local BMW Motorrad event in the GTA, Greater Toronto area. Alright, let's see if we can breeze through this traffic. Hopefully. No lane splitting allowed here in Toronto. Definitely not going to do that. Everything legal and safe here, guys, and that includes speed limits. Actually says that in my contract. Yeah, looks like it's flowing. So back about the BMW, super smooth, boxer engine. I was always curious about these type of bikes because the motor protrudes a lot on the sides. It's got a very definitive profile and stance. Unless you're doing some like crazy hard leans, which I'm not a MotoGP rider, then it really isn't an issue. You can really feel the weight of it though, like especially if you're like throwing your weight into a turn, it will help you rotate. But otherwise, yeah, it's not an issue. What is an issue is this person's ability to change lanes. It's moving along. It's moving along very good. Okay, very gingerly. Alright. Some tires on the road here. It is going to be a hot and humid day here in Toronto. It's going to reach, I believe, 30, 35. 80% humidity, gross. I am in full gear. Especially being on the highway. You dress for the fall, guys, you don't dress for the weather. And yeah, road rash is not on my bucket list here. It is a great day. Great day for riding. I don't know how much more riding I'm going to do during the day today, just because I know it's going to be super hot and humid. But this wind just cutting through my jacket feels great. This thing has gobs of torque. It is a torque monster. And it definitely doesn't feel like something like a 600cc Super Sport or something like that, where you gotta rev the crap out of the motor to get that peaky power. This has got a very linear power band, which I think is the trend these days, as most of the bikes are moving towards that kind of like usable power band across the entire gear range. I do have to mention that if you do any substantial amount of speed on the highway with this bike without any fairings by design, you will feel some resistance. Like this thing, wind just hits you in the chest hard, which is where you would definitely appreciate a cowl or fairings of some sort. You can modify these bikes, by the way. BMW has a whole catalog of their mods, BMW produced mods, and that includes a cowl, so you can make it more cafe race inspired look. There's more accessories and stuff. They even got like really cool BMW Motorrad apparel and accessories. When they onboarded me and gave me this bike, they gave me a whole swag bag, literally a bag of BMW Motorrad stuff, including a shirt, jacket, some sorry, not jacket, a shirt, hat, and some stickers, which is really cool. Would have loved the jacket, but I'm not keeping that bike. I'm not keeping this bike. Alright, we are exiting very soon. So I left a little bit later than I wanted to. This event is around 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And I ran into some issues in terms of mounting the blade arm to this bike, because I really wanted to mount it to the tank. It would have given a great vantage point in perspective, but the constant vibration from the motorcycle transferring over to the blade arm was not going to be a great experience for your viewing pleasure. So I pivoted quickly to the handlebar style mount, but you get a little bit of the blade arm in the frame, which you guys see. Hopefully that's not too much of a nuisance. But yeah. What else can I mention about this bike? Like most bikes, that I've ridden, you don't have a gas fuel gauge. You just get an indicator light telling you like, hey buddy, your gas is about to run out, or you have about 10 kilometers left, which is what I've been told. I've never pushed that limit. I've gotten the indicator before, but the best way to gauge you know, how much gas you have left, because you really don't want to leave it to like the 10 kilometer low gas indicator mark, basically based upon where you are riding, right? You never know where you are. I would have to say 120 kilometers per tank is what you should typically start refueling your gas tank at. That's the safest way, instead of waiting for the gas indicator to come on and then hunting for a gas station. So what I do is every time I fill up, I just reset the tripometer, and that gives me an accurate representation of like when I need to like be prepared for the old fill up. In terms of riding position, it's pretty conservative. It's not like the cafe racer style. I'm not leaned over or hunched over. I can do a tuck if I want to be fairly aerodynamic. If I'm on the highway, if you know the chest pounding from the wind is too much. Right now I'm okay. I'm doing basically speed limit, a little bit below speed limit, 96 kilometers an hour. But yeah, it's great. This thing handles great. It moves great. Turning radius is okay. Like I mentioned before, torque. Oh my god, so much torque. So good. Love the styling on it. I love the big bulging tank. It's got a great presence. Makes it a very muscular type of looking motorcycle. It's got LED headlights, LED signals, LED tail. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's LED tail. Things I would do to this bike if I owned it and decided to customize it and make it my own. Mirrors, yeah, they'd have to go. They're like these huge giraffe style mirrors, and yeah, it's doesn't make the bike look very sleek. Probably a rear fender delete or some type of modification where it isn't like so massively large. What else? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna change lanes because this is our exit. Yeah, a fender delete. grips could change too, possibly, but there are heated grips on this motorcycle. Haven't had to use them because it's summertime. It's got a great digital display. Yeah, this thing is so different from the analog SR400. In a good way, because it's more daily rideable. It's got more creature comforts. This seat is so comfy too as well. It's not super plush, but it's comfortable. You can ride all day in this thing. Yeah. I have a feeling the focus is gonna go wacky here as soon as I do a turn. Is it? Please stay. Woohoo! All right. If I'm conservative on the turns, we are okay. Okay, I don't have any Waze or GPS going on for this route. This is purely by memory. Hopefully I don't take you guys on a lost journey to the BMW Motorrad event. Next weekend there's going to be a massive motorcycle event in Prince Edward County, which is kind of like I guess cottage country for Canadians. How can I describe it? Oh, another BMW rider gave me a head nod. That's cool. Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, how do you describe it for everyone else in the world? It's basically countryside. Yeah, and there's a massive motorcycle event there. I forgot what it's called. BMW Motorrad did invite me to go there, but I'm gonna be in Los Angeles, and it's far. It's pretty far. But basically, yeah, massive event there. And I think they're gonna bring their 18-wheeler or something like that for their activation, which is cool. I think it's in here. Sorry guys, a little bit aggressive on that braking there. Wow, just like driving a car. Got here in got here in nice time. Here we are. Guys, I remember how to get here. How about that? Alright, here we are. Ooh, BMW R9T Racer. That's what I like. That's my favorite. I just saw someone in it. Okay, just a quick stop at the BMW Motorrad event. And I'm going to take off. Do it from this perspective here this time. That was pretty cool. Met some other motorcycle enthusiasts. Not all BMWs, which is okay. It's good to see other different type of motorcycles too as well. It is getting hot and humid, which is my cue to go home. I thought I saw someone I knew at the event, but it wasn't. But coincidentally, I met someone new, another creator. He is into motorsports, and yeah, his name was Thomas. Cool guy. He does the media content for Bud's BMW, and he's gonna head over to Cuba later today to do the Race Wars event coverage. If you guys are into that stuff, there's like some YouTubers there as well. Adam LZ, if you're into that. Me, not so much. Today's gonna be a chill day for me. Just wanted to shoot this video, give you guys a rundown about the R12 90 and my very initial thoughts on the bike. Ooh, this is interesting. The camera is doing this giraffe motion where it's super tall because the angle of where I placed the blade arm is actually picking up wind, and the wind is lifting this guy. Not what I intended, but it's still holding up and it looks like it's okay. This is kind of like a video about my impressions of the Mode Max blade arm, and now it's settled back down because the wind is not as strong. And if I go faster, it will lift the camera. Yeah, Mode Max released a handlebar style clamp, so you don't have to use the suction cup. And this is effectively the first time I'm using it. Like some initial thoughts about that piece of equipment if you're a creator or you want to do some moto vlogs and stuff like that. There is a lot of traffic. I should have pumped us into Waze or Google Maps before I jumped on the highway. Can I find a better way home? Let's see. Flowing, but if it's not flowing, I'm probably going to exit a few exits and just take local roads back. So yeah, the BMW Motorrad event at Bud's BMW in Oakville, Ontario, Canada, pretty good. I heard there was more bikes, but they arrived super early, like 7 a.m. and I guess they had their little mini meets, even though the event started at 9 a.m. officially. But yeah, it makes sense. Most people want to probably just squeeze this in, but also have enough time to do whatever they need to do or intended to do on Saturday and not waste the whole day. Totally get that. On hot and humid days, this feels so good when you're moving because the wind is just cutting through the jacket and it's such a nice little breeze. The only thing that sucks is when you're in traffic and you're stopped, and it's stop and go, and then especially on this bike, just the heat on the motor just cooks you. It's like you're being broiled because you're sweating underneath your jacket, and then you have this massive heat source that is just emanating up towards your body. Not the greatest feeling. But none of that here right now because it's a little bit overcast, and we are moving. Saw a couple of other BMW R12 90s at the event. One the exact same color as this one. This one's kind of like, I don't know the official color name, but it's more kind of like a forest green, silver type of, or racy green, silver type of combo. I was hoping to see the BMW R12S. Didn't see one. When I talked to BMW Motorrad about that bike before I took delivery of this one, they indicated that it is such a limited bike in that not every dealer got one because it's so brand new. It's basically not anywhere yet. Definitely not at the BMW Motorrad event. So that leads me to my next question: would I buy it? So I think this thing is, and the fact checkers can check me on this, but I think this is $18,495 Canadian MSRP before tax. But from what I understand, like most of these things leave the dealer lot in the 20 range. So it is quite an expensive medium tier premium price point for this bike. At that range, you're getting the Ducati level, depending on which Ducati you get. So yeah, it is an expensive bike, as expected, because BMW is, of course, a premium brand. Would I buy it? If I was in the market for one, yeah, this is something I definitely would consider, especially after having so much seat time in this. That may make me a little bit biased because I have more seat time, so I can give you an accurate assessment versus someone that just basically test rides it at a dealer. But it's great. I mean, it's got gobs of torque. It's very usable power band. In the city is where this thing thrives, I think. Not in traffic, obviously, but I mean, like, you can take it on the highway. Like, you can cruise out into the country roads or wherever you enjoy riding. Very smooth. Motor sounds great. Yeah, I think it's good. It's a great bike. Would I buy it? Yeah, I would. Would it be something I would be considering initially? Not entirely sure, just because before working with BMW Motorrad, I never had any exposure to BMW motorcycles. I knew about them. I knew about the R9T Racer, which I thought looks amazing, just from an aesthetics point of view. But I never considered myself like in the market for one. But yeah, I think I would buy it. But yeah, sorry, didn't want to make this video too long. I think it already is, but it's my first time doing a motorcycle review, or at least first impressions, or I don't know what you want to call it. We'll figure it out. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh yeah, be sure to check out my Instagram. That's where I'm going to be posting some of the work I do for BMW Motorrad. Alright guys, see you next one. Okay, wow, I just saw an accident happen right in front of me. This guy went full speed into like other people. This is crazy. This actually makes me really super scared to be on a bike. Wow.